So, hello guys, welcome to my channel where you get to know all about AWS. So, today we are going to discuss about AWS S3. So, what is S3? Imagine you have a giant digital storage unit where you can store all kind of files, photos, and documents. You can also store backups for whatever data you have. So, that's what essentially AWS S3 is. But it's not just that only. It's highly scalable, it's secure, it's highly available. It's available from anywhere in this world. You can retrieve and store your data and wherever you want. Now let's consider a real world example where you need to develop a mobile app, such like any social media. So for that, you need a user interface, right? Where if users can make their profiles, they can have their profile photos, they can share some videos on it, or if it has some other usability of uploading documents, let's consider that also. So you can store the company can store your user profiles in the S3 in the image format, and they can retrieve it as a photos. Then they can also store your videos, which will be highly available in any region of this world. As AWS has multiple regions for high availability. So your docs, videos, and your photos are highly available at all times for that particular app. So now you might be confused about how it is different from DynamoDB. So let's compare it to DynamoDB. DynamoDB is on the other hand is a database to store a structured data. For example, user profiles. User profiles will be stored in a very structured manner and it will be a very structured data. So DynamoDB will have the index cards for each data, which makes it faster to retrieve that structured data from DynamoDB. So for example, in your app, your whole data as a user profile will be stored in DynamoDB, but DynamoDB will be storing the path of the image which you have, okay, as a user profile image. So, but that image will be stored in S3, right? So, DynamoDB will store just the path or where your images are stored, and your application will fetch the image from S3. So now let's discuss about some more real life examples which you might have encountered in a day-to-day life. So S3 can be used to store your static websites, just like if you want to create a portfolio website, that will be a static website. So you can store that in your S3 because you don't need any interaction there. Other than that, you might have encountered streaming media partners, just like Netflix and Spotify. They stream their media by storing their media in some S3 like highly digital storage unit. Then comes your data recovery. For example, you need backups for important files that can be used as a recovery plan in some disaster cases. Then comes the big data analysis. In big data analysis, companies store their very huge raw data in their NS3 to later analyze it using their different AI models. S3 gives you encryption where your data is safe while at rest and also in transit. S3 also provides you IAM rules access. You can define different policies in the IAM rules, and there are also bucket policies which you can define so that no direct entry can be provided to the data. All entries can go through IAM rules only. Then comes S3 also provides you data should be public or private. You can define them. By default, it keeps your data private. While making an in bucket, you can define that you want to keep this data public or private, and you can provide that access to a user. It locks the real world direct of access to your data, and you can store your data anytime from any. So now let's discuss about how S3 scales seamlessly. Now imagine your website encounters sudden spike of customers and you receive 1 lakh customers in a day. There, it will seamlessly scale and will cater all the file requests which these customers will make to your service. Your S3 will save your service from any kind of downtime, and it will also keep it highly reliable. This enhances your customer's experience, and you can be sure that your S3 can cater any kind of traffic without losing its availability. So now let's discuss about how S3 maintains its availability. What does availability means? Let's consider this is our whole world and you are sitting at some this corner and you have uploaded some files. S3 have different regions. For example, let's take these 4 regions in the whole world, right? You are sitting in this particular region right now. This region might have different data centers in itself. S3, you will store your data, and S3 will replicate your data in all the data centers, not just in this region, but it will be available throughout all the data centers in different regions. This creates how S3 be highly available. For example, in this region itself, if you are there and one of the data center has went down, so other data centers will cater your request. Now consider this you are in some other part of the world. There, those data centers will also have your data, and you can give the particular data to your customer with high availability. So this is how S3 maintains its availability. So there you have it. AWS S3 is secure, infinitely scalable, and highly available warehouse where you can store your photos, documents, backups, and more. So if you found this video useful, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more AWS insights and tutorials. Next, we'll come up the hands-on on AWS S3. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.